A 5'6" senior, number 20, Kelsey Anderson, a 5'8" freshman.
So for Coach Nelson, assisted by Myers and Ferguson, he'll send out McBride, Dieterding, Anderson, Forsberg, and Norberg kind of gotten into the starting lineup. And after talking with him today and writing up my scorebook tonight, I had Hannah's name crossed off, so I have to fill her back in, Daryl, because she is a trooper, no question about that. And as we mentioned, the Vikings won down at Hallstead earlier this year, first Friday in January after the holiday break, and they won 42-33. And again, Coach Schutte in his lost his child, and his wife was in a bad accident, and it's just remarkable that they even played that game. And he's here tonight, and just our heart and soul go out to him tonight, competing with his team here.
Yeah, it's never easy to do what you normally do when things get a little bit tough, but when you lose a loved one, that really makes it tough. So you just can't imagine what he's been going through.
And like we said, Coach Sydney Beat was the leading scorer in that game with 19 points. Coach Nelson said she had 5 threes, and Emily Dieterding had 8 points, and Megan Forsberg 10 in that game. So we'll see how that'll follow through. The Vikings control the tip, and right away they get it inside, and ball knocked away, partially blocked on the Dieterding shot, and coming away with it is Hallstead, and here they come up the court. Beat with the left-handed dribble in the lane, floater, no, rebound nicely by Hannah McBride. She comes up with some pressure around her, gets away from that. Hannah on the dribble at the top between the circles. Over to Megan Forsberg it goes. Hallstead in man-to-man defense. Give and go to Norberg. Norberg with the dribble. Oh, she traveled. He didn't get the ball dribbled in time, and that was a real good play, though.
Yeah, she got around her defender and got wide open to the basket, but probably wasn't expecting to be able to go to the basket. That's why she didn't dribble and ended up traveling.
Almost a steal by the Vikings. Beat still in the backcourt now. Finally gets it into the front court up to Talbot. Talbot with the dribble. Comes back over near side to Beat. Outside the Viking 1-3-1 defense this time. Talbot has it still. Tipped by Dieterding and stolen by Dieterding. Picked up by Hannah McBride. Here she comes to the top of the key, to the lane. Pass to Anderson. Knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Vikings. I see that Kelsey Anderson has her thumb taped up on her right hand, so she must have a little bit of a minor injury there on her hand. Forsberg now to put it in play for the Vikings. Looking, still looking, and now we got a 5 count. And couldn't get it in, so back-to-back turnovers for the Vikings now. That's not the start we wanted. Still no score.
They're going to have to find some way to set some screens or something just to get the ball in.
Get it moving around. Beat in the backcourt with the ball still. Talbot brings it across the timeline into the 1-3-1 zone. She dribbles in, looking across court. She goes to Sydney Beat. Beat with the dribble back to the far side. Picks up her dribble, goes baseline to Dippenbrock. Dippenbrock back to Sydney Beat. Lob inside, knocked away, ends up with Talbot. Shot baseline, no. Rebound loose, and last touch by Hallstead. It'll be Smoky Valley basketball. That's their first turnover? Or do you call that a turnover?
Well, that one I wouldn't. I don't think that it's on the rebound.
Yeah, kind of on the rebound. It'll stay with the Vikings anyway. Still no score here. To the Vikings at home against Hallstead. Emily Norberg with it. Emily Norberg is a homecoming queen candidate. There's a steal by Beat. Picked the pocket of Hannah McBride. Here comes Hallstead with it. Still no score. We've played 2 minutes. Beat gets it into the front court. Over to Dippenbrock. She's going to launch a 3 ball. No. Rebound and a foul on Hallstead. It'll be on Fazell, and it'll go the other way. So nice job by the Vikings in rebounding. Good position. Hannah McBride with it in the front court. Gets it off to Kelsey Anderson in a zone, but picked up by Dieterding. Shot missing. Wasn't a great shot by Emily, but still no score here. Here comes Beat. Gets it on Fazell. Fazell has it stolen away. Vikings with the steal. Megan Forsberg with the steal. I don't know if she caused the steal, but she ended up with the ball. So nicely done by Megan. Here's Hannah McBride with the dribble to the top of the key. She'll bring it out between the circles and reset. 5:25 to go, first quarter, still no score. Norberg with it, wing, near side to Dieterding. Dieterding looking for a cutting teammate, not there. Now finds McBride. McBride on the dribble, off to Forsberg. Forsberg at the side of the lane. Oh, and she's fouled. And Megan Forsberg will be going to the free throw line to shoot two, a chance for some points to go up on the scoreboard.
Get rid of the goose egg.
They'd like to. First, Megan Forsberg free throw, no good. Megan shoots free throws at 47%. Substitutions, who were they, Daryl?
Matlock, number 4, and 12, Morath.
Forsberg's second free throw, that one's perfect, right through there. So she's still at her 50% mark. 1-0. Like a baseball game going here, Daryl. It's the bottom of the third inning. Sydney Beat with it. Across it goes to Matlock. Back to Beat. Cross court to Talbot. Almost a steal by Norberg. Not quite there. Talbot with it. Near side to Beat. Beat on the dribble. Top of the key between the circles. Gets it over on the far side to Matlock. Matlock. Baseline to Fazell. Around it goes. Beat's going to launch a three ball. No. Rebound. Loose. That's touched by Halstead. Will be Viking basketball. As the ball goes almost out to the parking lot. Over there behind the bleachers. 4:37 left to go in this opening quarter. Our buddy Butch Slazner has to wipe the ball off on his shirt, getting all the stuff and people walking in. There's still a little snow on the ground outside, so it probably got a little wet over there in that hallway. Had a nice visit with him about, he was his crew, well, two of the three guys were at the game down there in Halstead, but he happened to get his game switched around tonight from where they would normally be. They were normally, where did he say, Haven they were going to normally be? Or somewhere. That switches around. Here's Megan Forsberg with it. Into Norberg. Shot up. No. Rebound. Loose on the floor and tied up. And it'll be alternating possession. Halstead basketball. So 1-0 here. Pitchers duel going on here in Smoky Valley Gym. Halstead Dragons and the Smoky Valley Vikings hooked up in a rematch. They played each other back in January. Vikings coming away with a 42-33 victory in that game. Here's Sydney Beat with it. Three-pointer in and out, no good. Nice rebound by Kelsey Anderson. Strong rebound to wrap that one up and not let anybody take it away from her. Here's Forsberg with it. Near side wing. Cross court to Anderson. Her 10-footer, too strong. Rebound. Halstead, number 25 with it. That's Black. And now we got a travel on Black. Turnover number...
That's 3 that I've got on Halstead.
And the Vikings have...
3.
3 also. So that's tied up.
Claire Dink and Marissa Johnson checked in for the Vikings.
Marissa's also a homecoming queen candidate here tonight, so we'll have those festivities, I think, between games, I assume. I didn't ask anybody.
Yeah, I know they had the actual crowning earlier, I think, because some of the boys are in wrestling.
I heard that Cole Norberg's escorting his sister in. Here's Megan Forsberg driving to the basket and doesn't get the ball over the rim, but it's knocked out of bounds by Halstead, so the Vikings get to keep it. 3:24 to go in the quarter, and a timeout here by Coach Schutte. We'll keep it right here, just a 30-second timeout. Want to thank some sponsors, and I'll let you read that, Daryl. Thank Anderson Body Shop, Dr. Eric Peterson, Christian's Funeral Home, Scott's Art Shirt, Reinert Accounting, Dower Welding, Apotec, Viking Auto, and Kimmy at My Barber Shop.
So don't forget to come out to tomorrow night's Midsummer's Festival's Night, a Night of the Stars talent show, where you'll see local talent of all types and ages. It starts at 7:30 at the Smoky Valley Middle School Auditorium. So come out and enjoy a Night of the Stars and support your talented friends and neighbors.
Okie dokie. That sounds like the plan. Tomorrow night, 7:30, Smoky Valley Auditorium. Here in this building, just on the other end of the building.
Yep.
Vikings will have it underneath their own basket. Looking to go, still looking, and they finally get it into Hannah McBride, who looks very strong on that ankle. Hasn't even hardly missed a beat. With it is Norberg from Johnson. Norberg with it, lost the handle, but got it back and then turned it over. But it stays with the Vikings, though. Halstead knocked it away and knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay with Smoky Valley. Forsberg to put it back in. Now 3:13 to go in the quarter. It's still 1-0. This pitcher's duel is getting pretty exciting. McBride with it between the circles, looking for her teammates to get set. Still with the dribble outside. Now it goes near side to Claire Dink. Dink with it over to McBride. McBride to Marissa Johnson. Johnson over to Forsberg. Forsberg on the dribble to the lane. Shot, bad shot, partially blocked, I think. Halstead with the rebound. Sydney Beat with it up to Dippenbrock. Dippenbrock on the far wing to Beat, top of the key. Near side it goes to Matlack. Back to Beat, around to Fazell. Shot from 10, too strong. Rebound, Vikings, McBride. On the run she goes, 1 against 2. Side of the lane, shot, no. Rebound, Claire Dink. Shot, and no, it's a foul. I think it'll be on the ground, though. She tried to shoot it up after she was fouled, and Claire Dink picks up the foul.
That's a third team foul on Halstead. Vikings still have not had a foul.
I missed one of those fouls, but Megan Forsberg will put it in play. Get the team getting some openings, finally due to Marissa Johnson. And she throws it away. Beat knocks it away. Beat on the dribble drive. Beat picks up the ball. Has to go to her teammate, and Beat travels on the side there. Turnover number 4.
Got 4 apiece.
4 each. And the score is still 1-0. Norberg with it up into the front court, slowly walking it to there off to Forsberg. Forsberg will dribble side of the lane, brings it back out to the top of the key. Off to Hannah McBride. Hannah with it, trying to get a play called out is Coach Nelson. See what they can get done. Beat out close to McBride, now gets it off to Johnson, who loses the handle. And she steps out of bounds. It'll be turnover Vikings. She had it knocked out of her hands, and then her momentum carried her out of bounds. Neither team looking very sharp tonight, Darryl.
Not at all. A little unfortunate on that side play.
Matlack with it outside, guarded by McBride to the top of the key. Cross court it goes to Fazell. Fazell back to Beat, top of the key, now to the far side with her dribble. Back near side to Dippenbrock. Dippenbrock baseline to Matlack. Matlack with the dribble across to Beat. They're playing catch, 4-man catch outside the 3-point line. Matlack to Beat to Fazell. She's going to launch a 3-pointer. No, and Hannah McBride chases down the long rebound. Neither team can find the zone from the field. 1 free throw for the Vikings is all we have. It's 1-0. Claire Dink on the dribble against Dippenbrock, and Claire travels before she picks up the ball. And a couple more subs in for Halstead. Back in is Talbot, and
I think Black came back in.
21 came back in, though, too. So 25 and 21 came back in. And for the Vikings, who came in?
Is Megan James.
James came in for the Vikings. Still 1-0. Fazell has it against Forsberg. Fazell with the drive all the way to the baseline. Shot missing, and a bunch of people collide for the rebound, and it's going to be Viking foul. So Hannah McBride gets called for the foul. Her first, team first. Inbound play, Hannah McBride takes the ball away but travels. A turnover on the Vikings, as Hannah had the steal there. Almost another foul on Hannah too, so I guess we'd probably better live with the not having the foul. There's a shot by Fazell missing, shot by Black missing. Forsberg gets the rebound. Vikings are rebounding pretty well tonight, just not scoring. Here's McBride on the dribble, shot, and it goes, but she's fouled before the shot, and it'll be Vikings ball out of bounds. Oh, that's Sydney Beat, and that's her second foul, according to what I have.
Yep, and Matlock comes in for her.
Well, Beat had 19 points in that first meeting, and she goes out in foul trouble. Here's James with a shot missing. Ball on the loose on the floor, still loose. Picked up by Forsberg. Almost goes back court with it, but saves it by an inch at the half-court line. Here's Hannah McBride. Oh, and off to James right through her hands. And it'll be Halstead basketball turnover number 8. Ouch.
Well, that was a good play.
Good play.
Just a little bit too much velocity on the pass and a little bit high.
With it is Talbot. Talbot with it, going to launch a 3-ball. No. Rebound Emily Norberg inside. Here comes McBride. Vikings have 20 seconds to get a shot off. Under to Forsberg, tied up, and the Vikings get it on alternating possession with 12.8 seconds left to go. I don't know if I've ever broadcast a 1-0 game, Daryl. I've broadcast some games where one team hasn't scored in a quarter. Unfortunately, we've had a couple of those quarters. Getting it in to Forsberg. Off to McBride. McBride still with the dribble. 8, 7, 6, 5 seconds. Here's Forsberg in the lane. Shot in there. Megan Forsberg. And that is going to do it. Our quarter is over. And it's a goose egg for the Dragons and only 3 for the Vikings. And we'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Bank of Tuscan is proudly supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany College Swedes. Show off your Smoky Valley pride with Vikings checks, checkbook covers, debit cards, and business debit cards. For every checking account opened at the Lynchburg branch, Bank of Tuscan will donate $10 to Smoky Valley Schools. Visit them at 202 North Main in downtown Lynchburg or call 227-8830. Go Vikings and go Swedes. Member FDIC.
Your home for Smoky Valley basketball is 95.5 The Rock.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. Don Binks along with Daryl Johnson, and it is a unusual game to have a 1-0 score. Unbelievable.
Well, when you think you're 1 of 9 from the field and shooting 11%, that you would be doomed. But when your opponent is 0 of 11, that works pretty good.
Oh, I know it. It's just amazing.
It's crazy.
It's just crazy.
The Vikings had 8 turnovers that quarter, and Halstead had 5.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's just unbelievable. Halstead will get the first possession, and they bring it in with it. On the ball is number 12, Maruth. Around it goes to Talbot. Or excuse me, Matlack. I get these girls mixed up a little bit. There's Dippenbrock on the baseline drive. Shot up, no, and a foul. And it's going to be 2 shots coming up for Halstead. Carrie Albers is checked in for the Vikings. That is Dieterding on the foul. Her first, team second. And at the free throw line is Morgan Matlack. They didn't even shoot a free throw or anything in that first quarter. There's a free throw missed. So it's 3-0 Vikings. Chance for Halstead to get on the board here finally. Second free throw. Missed them both. Emily Dieterding with a nice rebound, and here come the Vikings. On the baseline it goes to McBride. Hannah McBride with it. Shot from 3. No. Rebound Black for the Dragons. Quickly run to Dippenbrock. Dippenbrock baseline and almost dribbled it out of bounds. Now she did dribble it out of bounds. Turnover number...
That is 6 for them.
6. And they had 5 at the quarter. Is that their first one? The Vikings have
8.
And they had that at the quarter?
Yes.
7:20 to go here in the second quarter. Vikings on top 3-0. And yes, we are in the second quarter with it. Kelsey Anderson on the wing looking for somewhere to go with it. And Kelsey double dribbles. She dribbled the ball to maintain it and she forgot. Turned it over number 9. Beat will come back in. On the court for the Vikings, Hannah McBride, Emily Dieterding, Marissa Johnson, Kelsey Anderson, and Carrie Albers. For Halstead. Beat has it. On the baseline it goes to Meg Talbot. Back to Beat. Beat's going to launch a 3-ball. Swish. Just like that. She ties it up at 3-3. 6:50 to go in the second quarter. Anna McBride outside. Near side it goes to Kelsey Anderson. Anderson with it baseline. McBride with the dribble back to the top of the key. Far side to Kelsey Anderson. Her baseline drive. Stop. Good defense. Halstead off to Albers. To Dieterding at the free throw line. Dieterding out to McBride. McBride with the dribble penetration. Now back outside. Crossover, and Deppenbrock knocks it out of bounds and runs up into the stands for a ways to high-five her grandma over there. No, she did not do that.
Forsberg in for the Vikings. Johnson out.
6:25 to go here in the quarter. It's a pass inside to Dieterding. Dieterding hacked by Beat. Boy, she's got to learn. There's Kelsey Anderson with the shot missing. Nice rebound by Black. Boy, Sydney Beat was reaching in there trying to get that ball away. Could have got picked up her third foul. There's a turnover as Dippenbrock turns it over to Megan Forsberg. Forsberg off to Anderson, knocked away by Halstead and saved by Halstead. Great play by Morgan Matlack. Quickly up to Talbot. Talbot with it against Forsberg. Dribbles into a double team and tied up. Vikings get the ball on the alternating possession. Coach Schutte tried to get a timeout called, and the official heard him, but he just couldn't get it. He blew his whistle and called a jump ball instead of a timeout. So turnover number
8
on Halstead. Vikings have 9. 10. Anna McBride on the dribble. 3-3 is our score. To the top of the key to Albers. Carrie Albers with it. Near side to Forsberg. Megan Forsberg on the dribble. Picks the dribble up off to Carrie. Almost lost it. Great effort, but keep that ball, and then she loses it out of bounds on the dribble. See what we got here. Bill Nelson, Coach Nelson called a timeout maybe before the ball was knocked out of bounds. We'll see what we have here. We'll take a timeout as well. 3-3 our score, 5:28 to go second quarter. Back after this 30-second timeout.
Go! Let's face it, folks, accidents happen.
Also,
but what
don't
about
have the
when one of
ball.
those little accidents happens to you? And it's the weekend. Turn to Lindsborg Community Hospital's Urgent Care Clinic. They'll get you fixed up fast with the friendly, reliable care you've come to expect. Now open Saturdays and Sundays from noon through 6 p.m. Simply enter through the main entrance at Lindsborg Community Hospital at 605 West Lincoln. Go online to lindsborghospital.org for more information about urgent care at Lindsborg Hospital. Also providing 24/7 emergency room services.
Your home for Smoky Valley basketball is 95.5 The Rock.
And out of the timeout, had to do a little housekeeping out there. The Halstead Dippenbrock came out and saw some water on the floor right by the Viking bench and got a towel out and wiped the floor as they called a timeout before they got started again. Halstead with it in the front court. Shot up, baseline, no. Carrie Albers with a nice rebound, and here come the Vikings. Hannah McBride on the run. Baseline to Forsberg, Megan Forsberg, and she's fouled. There's Sydney Beat, and she's going to have her third foul. She's playing way too aggressive. And that is her third foul, so she will not play the rest of the quarter, I'll bet you. Oh, coach is really going to roll the dice now if he's not going to take her out. She's got 3 fouls, Daryl. Unbelievable that he leaves her in. 5:08 left to go. There's Norberg's shot. Good. Nice play finally by the Vikings to get a traditional type of shot. And they take a commanding 5-3 lead. Also with it in the front court. There's a shot from 3. Good. And that was Morgan Matlock knocking down a 3. She missed 2 free throws earlier. Inside it goes to Dink, locked away and stolen by Halstead. Turnover on the Vikings. They're in double digits already on turnovers. Hazel with it, looking inside for Black, not there. It's over to Matlock, who just hit a 3 a moment ago. Inside to Black, knocked away by Dink, and you're going to have a foul on Claire Dink. A little bit too much arm there, Claire got a hold of.
Shay Cook coming in for the Vikings. Megan Forsberg out.
Oh, another freshman getting some time in there. Cook in. Cook and McBride in. That's who they said might be playing a little bit if Hannah McBride couldn't come in. Nice to see her out there and play. Halstead around the outside, just playing two-man catch. Now Fazell gets it inside, knocked away and stolen by the Vikings. Good defense, Smoky Valley. Quickly is McBride to the top of the key, to the wing. Cross court it goes to Forsberg. Forsberg got away with the travel. Oh, and I don't know if that was a pass or a shot. And it'll be out of bounds. I really think that was a shot. Coaches were hoping that that ball had been tipped, but I don't think it had, and it'll go to Halstead. 5-6. Halstead with the lead at the moment. 4 minutes and 1 second left to go here in the second